Hello everyone, welcome to a new Bantonia In Stonehearth, and today we're gonna continue, and I realized the thing that we should probably be adding, and I want to get on well into the game, so we're gonna go down here. So with Ace mod we can dig a water well, and it goes quicker next to water, but we want to have it where we want to have it, right? So in a way I'm kind of considering having it in the middle of the street, so whenever you go through, you can get a bit of water if you want some. So I think that's a pretty good idea. So I'm gonna put it over here for now. And we can also upgrade this one to become a more advanced well. We can get like a roof on top of it and stuff like that. So that's something we're gonna be able to craft. And we can look into it directly. So we can do that with, for example, the carpenter, the mason. We can also do it with the potter if you had one. So if you search for well, so here's a wooden water well, and that's like the first upgrade, and after that you can attach a roof to it as well. This is the wooden one, and then if we go into the mason we have the stone one. And in this case I think you can also mix stone water well roof with the one that has wood. So when you finish upgrading this one, we're going to be clicking that. And here you can see what we want to do, so we can decide which kind of well. And in this case I'm going to go for wooden water well. That should be auto-queued up in here. However, I think it may be potentially at the bottom, right? So let's move that to the very, very top. There we go. So what do we need? We need to have soft metal bits. To get that I think we need to get a blacksmith. So maybe we should look into that soon for new Bantonia, and that way we can equip our people with some better armor, some better protection, some better weapons, and that would be really neat. So we have some mountains over here, which we maybe should head out and discover in a bit. And we have some mountains over there as well, and this really cool statue-like monument, really cool. But since this is closer, I think it makes sense for us to make some ladders and climb this mountain, right? Another thing we could do would be to dig through here, all the way through the dirt, and all the way up to the mountain. That would also be a pretty interesting way to do it, and maybe, Usually I go with staircases above, but I think we should, for now, we're just gonna go up and discover first, because we don't know what is there at the moment. We can't really see any ore veins at this point, right? And we can also use our soldiers if you want to for sending them to different areas so they can like run around a little bit. So for example over here we have a lot of bear bushes which we potentially might move over. I usually tend to do that because it's a really easy way to get some food going. Even though the farmer can do these little fields, it's just a very easy way to do it. Okay, so let's see the carpenter. We're missing some stuff here as well. We need red healing herbs. We need metal bits there as well. So we need to get a metal bits pretty much. So if we go to the mason, we have the blacksmith hammer. We need to have iron ore to do that. We're gonna queue it up anyway to the very top. And let's go into this one. So here we have the priorities windows. So we're gonna make so not everyone is building, and that's a good idea because they tend to get stuck building. So you want to have, at least the way I prefer it, is to have a few people that focus on building, some focus on mining, some people focus on placing stuff. Yes, so then like entire town can like go around and not get stuck and stuff. And sometimes you can even use just soldiers, so if you disable a job for a BANTO, for example, he can actually help with other things. And maybe not building stuff. Let's not do building with him. So he's doing a new job eating a plate of berries. Very nice. And I'm also going to be naming some people today. So I discovered as well, for some reason I have two people named Jabby. So we're going to be changing that. And we might actually be getting a new person. Okay, the food is a little bit low. But we're going to name some people. So I'm going to take this Jabby. Hope that's okay. And this one's going to be named Paladin Stormblessed. There we go. Welcome to town. This is gonna be Unhia. I'm not sure how I pronounce that. Unhia. Probably butchered it. Okay, so let's start with that. If you want the name of the game, do let me know. I have a lot of names on my list and it's gonna keep growing, so it's gonna be good. Gonna be able to have a lot of people. Okay, so let's see if we can get a ladder place. It looks like we have Vokri going out. No? Okay, going back again. We did set up some farm fields here, so the idea is that we move these over. They are now fallow, so we can pretty much remove these. And this last one, what was that? Short grass. I think you can probably remove that for now. And then we're going to focus more on some nice, cozy farming right next to our houses instead. And we're probably going to need more. And it kind of makes sense to me for these houses to have their own farm sometimes. It's just, you know, how real life used to work back in the days at times. People had their own shops in their buildings, people had their own little farmyards or big fields and so on. So I'm gonna do another farm, but I'm gonna do that one next to this building. And later on we might move away from these things and maybe some of these buildings will become shops instead and the farm area will be at another place. But it also looks kinda nice to have some farms like this, I think. I don't know, for whatever reason, whenever I click the fence tool, it's really awesome, but I always get confused when I go into the tool. Because I expect me to be able to like place them down directly, right? There's not really any button that says start placing things. This is like build this segment, right? Build from segment. And you could do it like this way. And maybe that's the only way to do it as well. I feel like it used to be different maybe. I could be wrong. Let's see, we want to go and stop around here, I would say. That should be a good amount. And then we do a little gate here. So what we can do then is to just click this one and then we get the gate to put out. And we want to have this one like that should be fine. I think we can probably cancel the picket fence post like that, so it's the same, no need to have another one. And then we can make another field here. Okay, so let's see what we want to have. Over here we have some silkweed, wheat, corn and carrots. Maybe some pumpkins in that one. And this one we can do... Let's do wheat in that one, and let's also change this field size like that. So there we go, we don't have to like fill the entire thing. We can have some boxes here we can decorate with to get some, you know, storage would be nice. Got a weaver workbench put out as well, so I think we can have it in one of these houses for now. So for example this one, we might have some living space, but then with downstairs might be like a workshop. So the way I'm gonna have this is that I'm gonna have it kind of in front of the door, so some customers goes in, they can watch them work and they can order whatever they need to order from them. Should be good, I think. And what we're gonna do as well with these chimneys is that we're gonna make these go through the roof. So we're gonna make it go like that, you can see beautiful. And if you want to, we can even make them even taller, because you might want to have them a little bit taller, we will see. And this is the old one, so this is like built with the Stonehearth tools. This is, I think you can adjust the size how you want with Ace mod, really, really handy. And that's the one we are probably going to be using. The new houses. Pretty good. So I was thinking as well that maybe we want to have some benches out here, right? And we have the craft in place, really powerful tool, so we can search for benches. So even though we haven't crafted these, so we can actually add them. So we don't have to like craft, see what we got, put them out. We can actually sit and design this way rather than having to sit and design through the normal building designer, which I think is really good. That we can do it this way as well. So I'm gonna have them like that. They're not sent over this thing, but they work pretty good with where you go into the building. I might actually move them a little bit. Let's see. We're gonna have them more centered maybe. So if you put it one here and one over here, I think that's pretty good. Do the same for this side. One here and one here. But we don't have to have it along the entire way. And usually I like to have some trees in the middle, and we maybe can do that as well. I don't think we do have some seeds, okay. But seeds I don't think we can find in here now. So we can place an oak seed. And the thing is that the way it works with the ace is that when you put down a seed, it starts growing, and it can only grow as big as the environment allows it. So if it's like blocked by a wall like this, it will stop. It can't expand to the next stage if it's blocked. And another thing you can do, which maybe you can do with a natural tree, but you can stunt the tree, and stunting the trees essentially means that you halt the tree's growth, so it would never grow beyond that point. So you can decide like, I want this size, I want this size. And in one way I kind of wish it would be possible to say that ahead of the time. So let's say you have put down this tree. Okay, I want to stunt it at stage 2, for example. And the reason I would love to do that is because I already know the size I want for the tree, but I don't want to micromanage it as much because there are so many things to micromanage anyway, right? So I think that would be lovely to have. But what we can do is to experiment for fun. I have the debug tools, which means I can teleport things around. So I can test this tree, like how would this look? You know, it's kind of okay, it doesn't sit centered, it's not a good size for it. This is an even number. I need odd number trees to work good with this, so I just can teleport that back again. So I think the oak tree might not be the best. The solution could be a small oak tree, like this one. Which is actually kind of cool. You don't have to have them centered even. I could have them like this, for example. One at that side, one at this side, right? So let's give that a try, but let's see if we can manage to do that with a proper tool. And another reason I would love to actually select when to stunt is that I really wish I could cycle through the different sizes, because here you see the maximum size of the tree. But depending on the tree, it's almost impossible to know where the center is. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 5. 3, 5, 7. This one should be kind of fine, as long as I click the middle. So if I hold the mouse there, that should be the middle at the small size, I think. But I think there are some trees in the game that goes from odd to even numbered, and then it's can be really tricky. Like, does it, when it goes from odd number 1 to 2, does it like expand this way? Does it expand that way? Does it go this way or this way? It's really hard to know. Of course, you can try it out and you will find out. Let's remove this again, just so I'm 100% sure that I get it correct. So white spot, that should be good. And let's try it also. I think it was here, right? We will see what happens. If it goes weird, it goes weird. We definitely don't want it to be this big, even though that could look really cool, like a big hallway of oak trees. But we're gonna go like this, and I'm gonna stunt them the very moment they become this size, pretty much. So here you can see the icon, stunt growth. Order a worker farm or herbalist to stunt this tree. A stunted tree will never grow past its current size, very useful for gardening and landscaping. So that is great. We have some goblin, ooh. The goblin approaches, revealing herself to be a bit shorter than expected. Bones, Bones, she shouts in a playful, almost childish voice. Bones, she continues. She seems to be harmless. Bones? She's clearly happy about it, hopping around in circles. Bones, Bones, many bones. Suddenly, a stern and yet compassionate halfling voice rumbles nearby. There you are, Ratley. He wears the color of the Northern Alliance, a strong and grizzled. He rests his hand on the head of the little goblin. So there you are, going out and making friends, eh? He notices the people around. I apologize. Name's Torulf, traveler and former scout of the library. With a gentle pat on the goblin, goes back to jumping. Greetings. Rattly is like a daughter to me, he says with a bittersweet smile. I'm the reason she's alone in the world, and she's the reason I left the library. Each of us watches over each other now. He laughs, shoving the past back where it belongs. I know you're busy, so we'll go find a place to camp for a few days. He waves his hand, calling Rattly closer. Oh, I almost forgot. He scratches the back of his head and smirks. I'll be busy setting up camp and I won't have time to hunt very soon. Would you mind gifting a little Rattly a couple of bones? The little goblin reacts enthusiastically. Bones, give bones. Torulf stares back at Rattly. What have I told you? She looks down. Please? Torulf smiles. We would appreciate it. She loves carving them. Good, he exclaims before turning around. Will you be nearby? Stay warm. They start walking away. So that's nice. The favorite goblin in Stonehearth, right? Bones for Rattly. Any bone. Bones. So we need to find some more of those, and we will see when we find them. Maybe if we take down some other goblins and get some bones. That's just horrifying to think about. We will see what happens, right? You can even, I think you can dig up bones from the ground as well. So as we do that, we might discover some bones. But let's see, we're up in a mountain. Here we got some, oh, silver. Cool, okay. Let's mine that out a little bit. And if we go for a slice view, you can dig down a little bit. I'm not really that much after silver at this point, but you know, can be good. There's some coal. Daily update, the food is going down, so gotta look into that very soon. Got gold and gold. I'm just gonna make some ladders around here, and reason is just so we can go discover without sending our soldier over. And we have some paths so we can get up to places. Here's some iron, that's what we need. Okay, so let's go something like that maybe. Dig in. I think I did that a little bit incorrectly. See if we can cancel that again. Ooh, look at that. Lots of iron. And then we just need a beautiful ladder to get up. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna cancel a few of these ladders. I don't think we have to do them all. As we can get around the mountain a bit more, because you can't really see the veins before you get closer to the locations. So that's why we're doing ladders around them. But that's good, we got iron. Now we need to find copper. We can also use this tool. Where do I have it again? This one, heat maps, and we can go to ore detector. You can see here are some ores, and that is probably iron still, right? Here's also some ore. Probably not the same vein as that. It could be the coal vein. You can kind of track it, right? No, that's probably not the coal vein. That's probably something else. Could be worth looking into. And we can even discover that with even actually being in there. So if you just go like this, you can kind of cheat it a bit. You can see that it is iron, probably. That's another way to like scout for resources inside of the mountain. Okay, so there's quite a travel to get up there, so I kind of think it makes sense for us to build like a little dirt road, sort of. And we can just make this a 1x1 trail if you want to, and I think that's what we're actually going to start with. So we don't spend too much time on it, and we're going to build this in segments as well. Just so we can remove them in segments as well. It's going to be very good for us. So where do we have? Do we have a ladder? Okay, I think that should be good enough. Now that means we can get up much quicker. Because with roads we moved, I think 2-3 times quicker. Check that if we go inside of this one. 2 times the normal speed. I think it used to give like 3 times with this banner. I could be wrong, but I think it used to be even more powerful, but I might be remembering that incorrectly. Okay, so let's see. We have a lot of beds. Did we assign these beds to people? We haven't. So it's a good idea to assign the beds. So I'm gonna give this one to Valkyrie. Yabby. And the reason you want to do this is because then they have their own bed. That's gonna make them happier. They don't want like, oh, today I'm sleeping in that person's bed. Oh, it's already pre-warmed for me. It's just a little bit odd, right? Okay, there we go. So we got quite a few. And since we do have the Weaver's workbench in this one, I think it do make sense to have the Weaver living this one, but I don't think there's gonna be a single person living here because the space is it's a little bit too big. At least for now, we're gonna let 2 people live here, I think. And then later on they might need to move out, or if they become a couple, who knows, we will see. So since this building is done, we should be able to go to a craft and place as well. Really love this tool. We should be able to go inside here and just get stuff to decorate with. Maybe I want like a crate there. Maybe I want a crate outside. Maybe I want to have one of these supply crates so we can have quicker access to certain materials. And maybe we have another one. And this way it's just really handy to like decorate stuff. And maybe we want to have some supply racks, so this could be... Actually, let's go maybe for this one. So you can imagine this would be kind of the shop thing. We're just gonna cancel these. So imagine this would be kind of the shop, sort of. So whatever is put here is what is on sale. We're just imagining that you're actually selling this stuff, right? And then we are gonna take that one, it's a pretty good one, the shelf. That should be no problemo. Great. Now we can assign this bend to our Weaver Prawn. There we go. And I don't think we have to put the Weaver to do much yet, have we? We do maintain a few things. So something I would like to maintain is work clothing, because that makes them work better. Even though we can't make it yet, so we want to maintain one always. Maybe I already had it. And then I think we just want to do a few things for the sake of leveling up our characters. So let's make a couple of... Let's put a thread, coil strain, dry grass to get it. Neat cordage that can be used as fiber. So let's make a few of those as well. So you can see this is like the maintain crafting. This is the do this crafting, right? And it's really cool, like for this one, you can see like we can actually toggle this on and off. We can toggle secondary crafting on and off. So these are always prioritized before these are. Whatever is this one gets done before that, pretty much. So that's the way you can like organize your structure of setting up what do we want to craft. So very useful. So here we can see our beautiful oak trees. So when they grow up to, like I said, yeah, the size we had here previously, then we're gonna be stunting their growth. And these berry bushes, we could have them here instead of growing them next to the water. Could be kind of nice, actually. Let's give that a try. So if we go in here, I don't want to like block in front of the gate. Let's see. That's not a lot of bushes if you have it like that. That means something, so we can do that for now. And then look into some cooking. I wonder if we do have a spoon available. We do have one, okay, awesome. Okay, so let's see, do we have to make a farmer to become a cook in this one? Yes. Okay, so David, I'm gonna make you a cook for now. We will see later what it will be, but for now we're gonna be a cook. We might become a farmer later again. And then we need a new farmer. Maybe Vokri doesn't like salad. At least won't steal any salad at work, right? Okay, so maybe Yuhina could be one. Light sleeper. She got a chicken, so that makes sense for the farm, right? That icon. Look how cozy this look. This looks so nice. It's late night, people building stuff. Very cool. We got some messages as well. Level 1 farmer, and we have 1 bone saved for Ratley. I love that thing as well, that we actually have these mission crates nowadays that you can fill with the things. I'm not sure exactly where it is at the moment, but they create like this thing where they store it. This one, quest storage, here it is. So that's where the bones are for Ratley at the moment, and that means no one should be taking the bones either. How many beds do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have, how many people do we have? 10. Okay, so we're good. I guess we can leave the camp for now, but soon we're gonna remove the tents and maybe we can use the tents for visitors. That's a way we can set it up as well. Okay, so let's see our carpenter. Okay. Here's some gold. So I think we had to like customize these things a bit, because if I remember correctly, like hauling or mining is the lowest priorities. I'm gonna have one that just focuses on mining for now. So Kaladin Storm Blessed is gonna be doing that. We had some more iron. Here we have gold. Iron. More iron. Here we have copper, nice. And it's even close over here, nice. So I think I'm gonna make a trail leading over here as well. So let's go like this, increase this a bit, like so, and then we just dig in. There we go. I need a ladder to get up here. It's gonna have it around here, should be good. And let's make that little trail so we can get around quickly. These stones looks really nice. Some moss on them looks really cool. Okay, do I drag this through a tree or something? Could be this, no? Let's just redo it. Have I clicked the building? Hopefully not. Have I? Have I clicked this one? Okay, let's destroy that one. And let's try a different position then. Let's try part by part, this. Could be that it's maybe too close to a rock or something like that. Or maybe because it's under the mushroom. Okay, that should be good enough for now, I think. Very neat. Okay, so you can't stunt them at this size, but pretty much the next one is where we're gonna stunt the growth. So maybe if it were at least a button like, instead of just stunt the growth, it would be another button like stunt the next stage or something. Yeah, so don't have to like go back and not forget about it and have to regrow the tree entirely again, right? But that's the situation we're at the moment, at least. But yeah, I think this will be it for today. So once again, sorry for the long break once again. It's good to be back, and like I said before, if you want a name in the game, do let me know in the comments. If you are named in the game and you want a specific profession, for example, do let me know in the comments as well. I had tried in my document to put everyone for the profession they wrote in the comments, and I will try to fulfill it as much as it is possible, pretty much. So yeah, thanks for watching. Till next time we fix the cooking, get some good food going, maybe make a restaurant, maybe. So thanks for watching, hope you had a beautiful fun time, and see you guys next time. Have a great one.